I'd been having this weird sensation in my arms, which is really unusual. My thumb joints, wrists, shoulders, elbows, my joints just hurt, and I thought it was really odd. But my husband and I were on our way to the bike shop to order a new road bike because we were going to do the North Mankato Tri and get in shape. And by that night, I was in the hospital in the ER. Fortunately, my husband, who's a PA, had just read an article about women's heart attacks and recognized some of the symptoms, and so he got me to the ER. And by the time they recognized that I was actually having a heart attack, it felt like it was about 5 minutes till I was in the cardiac cath lab, had 3 stents put in, and I've gone from there. I often wonder, you know, they say that people ignore symptoms of a heart attack, and I just wonder how many people don't even realize. I never would have dreamed that was what was going on. After I got out of the hospital, I started at the cardiac rehab exercise program. And then from there, the heart attack was in March. In June, we actually did complete the North Mankato Triathlon as a family. I did the bike part, and my husband did the swim, and my son did the run. And then I just tried to exercise and so forth from that point on, and then it's just been a building thing from there. I kind of thought, you know, if other people can do this, and last year I think there was an 84-year-old guy who did the marathon in Mankato. It's like, if they can do this, why can't I do it? Oh, they've been awesome. I mean, from the time I was in the hospital, what an experience. I mean, the whole thing, if you step back away from it and don't think of it as yourself, what an experience. I mean, if you're going to have a heart attack, this was the place to have it. From the time I walked into the ER, to the cardiac rehab center. That was great. The aftercare has been fabulous. The cardiac rehab session, I remember the first day I was there, and we had to walk in the hallway for 6 minutes, and it was kind of frightening. After you've had something like that, it takes a while before you can trust your heart again. And so, you know, I didn't certainly go all out, even walking in the hallway for 6 minutes. And then, you know, it was kind of, everyone was very helpful and very understanding, and it was kind of business as usual. Well, now you're going to get on the treadmill, and you're going to do this. And still you felt kind of uncertain. But everyone was so supportive, and the other patients who were there too. As I said before, we had kind of a sassy group when I was there, and we had a good time with each other, and it was just a very positive experience. If you had any questions about, you know, this is what I'm feeling when I'm exercising, they were there to answer the questions.
Ms. Lowry's story is actually really, truly inspirational, that despite having had an event such as a heart attack, she was able to stay motivated and dedicated, and really not only has she taken her own health care in her own hands, but she's actually continued it beyond the heart attack and beyond cardiac rehabilitation. And I think her story is not applicable just to people who have had heart disease, who have had a heart attack, but this applies to everybody. It's important that we all lead heart-healthy lifestyles, and she really, I think, is a role model for not only people who have heart disease, but also individuals that were trying to prevent heart disease. So really, if the main thing is, you know, as she said, she's not an athlete, but she's motivated and she's staying active, and that's the best thing that she can do to stay heart healthy.
Inspiration. She is one of those people you meet either on the street or through a program like we have in cardiac rehab that is very inspiring. She just kind of shows that you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it. 0.5% of the population finishes a marathon, so in that she is a minority, and going through the circumstances she has, it makes it even more of a minority. She was extremely motivated. A lot of our patients come in, they just kind of go through the hoops. They're there to learn and do the things. But she took it and she learned it and she enforced it in her life. And I think that's why she is where she's at today.
It's great to be able to set a goal and achieve it. Every day when I'm out running, I am thankful that I am able to be out there running. And the thought actually crosses my mind, how thankful I am to be able to be out running.